Yeah, it is nice. Are these yours? What's this? Come on. Where's the spirit of Christmas? For the chalice lighting. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth. My name is Joanna Lansman, and I serve on our worship council. A warm welcome to all of you gathered here this morning in our sanctuary, and to all of you joining us on Zoom. As people are still gathering, let's just enjoy this time together. This is our church, where our mission is to explore our faith, embrace this community, and to engage the world as spiritual seekers. May we take these words to heart, and may we practice choosing hope. If this is your first time to our congregation, again, welcome. We invite you to fill out a connection card, which is located in the pew racks in front of you, so that we may connect you with the events and programs that interest you. You can drop this card in the offering plate when it's passed later in our service. If you're joining us with young children, we have nursery care available during the service for anyone needing to wiggle or play. Our nursery and play space is located out this side door and down the hallway on the left. Following our service, all are invited to join us for coffee hour, our time of friendship and fellowship downstairs in our gathering room. Before the service begins this morning, I have a few announcements. First, the holiday fair yesterday was a resounding success. Thank you to everyone who contributed by volunteering or donating, and a special thanks to the fair crew for their tireless and incredible work. So, woohoo! We still have some great things available, including only 17 quarts of soup, beautiful handcrafted items, lots of gently used stuff. So please check it all out downstairs after the service, and help contribute to the $4,000 that has already been raised. And P.S., if you brought anything that didn't sell, please take it home with you. We don't have space to store it. If you don't have space to store it, then maybe a trip to Goodwill is in your future. Also, after this morning's service, you're invited to join members of the congregation who have professional healthcare experience for a conversation about hospice and palliative care. Please bring your coffee and nibbles to the common room, that's the room downstairs that has the piano in it, to learn more about these compassionate ways of caring for our medical needs. Also, today is the deadline to sign up for Dinner Church. Dinner Church is next Friday evening, December 12th. If you've never attended a dinner church, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to feed both your body and your soul. And if you wish to attend and haven't RSVP'd yet, please see me or Gwen after the service. You can also complete the online sign up by going to channels, but please do that today so we know how many people to prepare for. And if you're coming, just bring yourselves and your beverage of choice, and we provide everything else. May I say, wow, there are so many things going on this month. Quiet, contemplative, celebratory, something for everyone, really. So please check out the Sunday morning news insert in your order of worship, and just keep reading channels for all the details. But now, I invite you to take a deep breath as we settle into this time together. Beth Russell will lead us into worship.
Thanks, Beth. Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's downright balmy out there, ain't it? It's nice. I'm Reverend Hillary. I serve as the minister here, and it is with peace and friendship that I say, whoever you are, wherever you're from, whomever you love, whatever it is you have done or need to do, you are welcome here. And we're so glad that you too are here with us in peace and friendship this morning. My friends, today, on our first Sunday of this month of choosing hope, we honor a holy day in the Buddhist tradition, a tradition that rests heavily on how we choose to act and think and move through our lives. Tomorrow, December 8th, many sects of Buddhism will honor Bodhi Day, the day it is believed that the Buddha gained enlightenment, freeing himself from the bonds of suffering caused by attachment. Since it's believed the Buddha found enlightenment in the middle of the night, it's traditional on Bodhi Day for practitioners to gather in their communities and meditate all night long together. Sounds fun, huh? While we are not celebrating Bodhi Day with an all-nighter this year, maybe next year, let me know if you're interested. We might get a little chilly, but we can try. We will, this morning, be spending some time reflecting on how we can apply the teachings of the Buddha's enlightenment story in our lives and world right now. Starting where we are, though, our words of invocation this morning come from the fierce and gentle peace activist and Zen monk Thich Nhat Hanh. A little teaching of his called "The Breath is a Bridge." He says, "Our breath is like a bridge connecting body and mind. In our daily lives, our bodies may be in one place and our minds somewhere else, in the past or in the future. This is called a state of distraction. The breath is a connection between the body and the mind. When you begin to breathe in and out mindfully, your mind will come back to your body. You'll be able to realize the oneness of body and mind and become fully present and fully alive in the here and now. You'll be in a position to touch your life deeply in this moment. This is not something difficult. Everyone can do it." Good morning, my friends, in this here and now. Before we turn to our neighbors and wish them a good morning, I invite you to take 3 breaths, visualizing that fresh air you're breathing in is a bridge pulling you back together. And from this more connected place, why not turn to those around you, give them a smile, and welcome them in. Choir? Hey, how's
Check.
it going? I'm okay. Nice to see you.
Peter? Can you bring this up a little bit? It's on. It's on. Can you bring it up a little bit? No.
And will you rise in body and spirit, keeping your mind and bodies connected, and join in singing our opening hymn, number 226, in your hardcover hymnal, People Look East. Thank you, choir and strummers, for leading us.
Heart
remaining risen, will you join in the words of our unison affirmation written in your order of worship? We are united in seeking to increase love with justice and to constitute a free church open to all people, mindful of our past and drawing upon modern knowledge. We respond to the spiritual needs of persons and are devoted to the common good in community, nation, and world. We cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth with reason as our guide. We respect differences of opinion and strive to be a democratic community. We are concerned with this world and open to the future. You may be seated, my friends. Thank you, choir. And good morning, Mac and Gwen. Thanks for lighting our chalice this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Are there any children who would like to come up and help us light the chalice and would like to stay up for a special activity?
Yay. It's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Does everyone remember our chalice lighting words? Okay, great. Do you want to do the honors, Mac?
Yes. I know I'm so good at lighting matches.
That's for our activity.
All right. Ready? We light our chalice
in peace and friendship.
All right, make a wish. All right, so kids can stay up because we have something we're going to do together up here. And I was wondering if like 5 grown-ups wanted to come up and help us too.
Ooh, who's the lucky 5
who
grown-ups?
All right, I see 3, 4, 5.
Love it.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, so today we're going to be practicing passing the light. We do this candle lighting at our Christmas Eve services, and we thought we could practice here today.
Okay, so, oh gosh. So when we practice, when we pass the light is a flame of fire. And what's something we need to be around fire? Careful. Perfect answer. Thank you for that. Thank you for not saying anything but careful. And there is one careful rule we must follow when we pass the light from one to one another. Does anyone know what that rule is? Anyone in here? Anyone who has passed the light before? Yes? You never tip a lit flame. You only tip the unlit flame. Let's model. So this
Here we go.
This flame is lit. What am I not going to do with it, Mac?
Tip it. But I'll be tipping because mine is unlit. Amazing.
So the wonderful thing about the practice of lighting our candles and practicing our light is these lights are a symbol of what's inside of us. We all have goodness inside of us. We all have love and peace inside of us. And we need to be careful with it. And we need to pay attention when we pass it to someone else. What are the lights we're passing today going to symbolize?
Yeah, so with each candle, each time we pass the light, we're all going to join in and say the themes of the Advent season. So for the first candle that gets lit, we'll say hope. The second candle will say peace. The third candle will say joy. And the fourth candle will say love. And then we'll repeat those words until all the candles have been lit.
So pop quiz, what were those 4 words we just said? Hope, peace. Hope, peace, love,
joy,
chocolate, the hippie stuff. Hope, peace, joy, love. Let's say it together. Hope, peace, joy, love. Hope, peace,
All right,
joy,
candles are
love.
lit. We'll repeat these words.
All right. Oh, I don't have a
Oh,
candle.
let me give you a candle.
Oh,
Okay.
hope,
Peace, joy, love, hope,
Peace.
perfect,
Nice job.
joy, love, yep, hope, peace, joy, and what? Love. So let's hold up these lights of hope, peace, joy, and love.
may you know these feelings and may you share them with others.
Now let's blow our candles out and make a wish. Let it be so.
Nice job. All right. Thank you so much for helping us out and being a part of passing the light. Before we go down to Children's Chapel and Junior Youth Group, we will say our children's blessing. We are Unitarian, Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands.
Good morning, friends. My name is Jeff O'Brien, and I am a member of the Spiritual Care Council, along with Reverend Hillary. We are here to help if you are going through a hard time and need a listening ear or a caring presence. You will know a member of our council by these pink buttons, and a couple of us are always present during services and at coffee hour if you want to connect. We come now to the time in our service that we set aside for quiet prayer and meditation. This can be a time to reflect on the events of the past week, look forward to what may be coming in the days ahead, offer a prayer of loving kindness to those in need of loving kindness, or simply be here, present in the fullness of the moment. Following our time of quiet, I will ring a chime, and all will be welcome to come forward and light a candle for a joy, sorrow, or concern that you hold today. So won't you join me in taking a deep, refreshing breath in and a calming breath out, and enter into a sacred time of silence. The joys and sorrows of our beloved community, please join me in another moment of quiet, after which I will offer a short prayer. Thou nature, to your laws we are bound. For the joys that we are blessed with today, we ask that we be truly grateful. For the sorrows and concerns we are experiencing, we ask for strength, resilience, and love. And we ask for peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in our world. Let it be so. Amen.
This week, the Faith and Action Council chose the multi-faith Feed Your Neighbor event as our half-plate recipient. At a cost of $4,000, each event packs 10,000 healthy, shelf-stable meals that are donated to food pantries in the greater Portland area. The event is organized by the Outreach Program, which provides all the ingredients, packaging, and training to pack these meals to help feed our neighbors. Thank you for your contribution today, and thanks to the members and friends of First U who participated in the Feed Your Neighbor event on November 30th. For those in the sanctuary this morning, we'll be passing the offering plate to one another, and those gathered with us online are invited to make your offering using the donate button in the order of worship or by dropping a check in the mail. Thank you for your generosity, and to Beth for her gift of music.
Such a good one. Thank you, Beth. Will you rise in body and spirit, friends, and join us in singing our song of thanksgiving? The short verses are written in your order.
To
Thank you all for your generosity. Our reading today is a poem by the former Maine State Poet Laureate Stuart Kestenbaum. It's titled Prayer in the Strip Mall, Bangor, Maine. The week after Thanksgiving, and the stores are decked out for holiday shopping, including a TJ Maxx, where what was once too expensive loses its value and attracts us. There is a store with a big yellow banner proclaiming giant book sale, a seasonal operation of remaindered books, which doesn't mean that the books aren't good, only that the great machinery of merchandising didn't quite engage its gears in the right way. And I buy 2 books of poetry, and I'm leaving the store. The first snowstorm of the winter on the way, and as I get to the glass double doors, a bearded man with a cane is entering. He's been walking with a woman who is continuing on to another store, and he has the look that could make him either eccentrically brilliant or just plain simple. And as I open the door and he opens the other side, he turns and says, "I love you." Not to me, but calling back to his friend who is departing, only he said it looking at me, closest to me, which is unintended love, random love, love that should be spread throughout the world, shouted in our ears for free. So, as the canonical tale goes, on the night the Buddha gained enlightenment, freeing himself from the clenches of aversion and attachment, he sat down under a big tree, a Bodhi tree, and meditated. And as he sat there, breathing, connecting body and mind, Mara, the god of delusion, emerged from the darkness and surrounded him with an army of ghouls. Aiming their bows, they fired waves of arrows at the Buddha, and each tip of each arrow was poisoned with one of the many forms of suffering: fear, disgust, hatred, lust, praise, blame, despair, greed, apathy. You know him, you love him, and you hate him. Despite the ceaseless barrage, Mara and his army did not upset the Buddha. He just continued to sit there, breathing, smiling gently inward, letting, it is written, generosity, discipline, patience, and the elements of the earth steady him. And every poisoned arrow that struck his skin became a flower and fell to the ground. Mara became so frustrated, so enraged, that he felt drunk, dizzy, weak, and sick. He faded away into nothingness, evaporating with his armies into thin air. And then the Buddha, gently smiling, reached down, touched the ground, and voila, enlightenment. It's that easy, folks. I don't know what the holdup is. Seriously, though, while we as Westerners, imbued with, whether we like it or not, Christian consciousness, tend to understand a figure like the Buddha as a messiah, a miraculous, godly, better-than-us being, the Buddha is nothing special. The Buddha, in fact, is us. We all possess Buddha nature. and therefore the capacity to achieve enlightenment and/or maintain a ground of patience, generosity, and consciousness amidst the torrents of poisoned arrows life fires at us. As Thich Nhat Hanh writes, when you gently smile, it is the gentle smile of the Buddha defeating Mara. I have always been partial to the Buddha's enlightenment story. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens before he takes a seat under that Bodhi tree, and I'm not going to recount the whole ordeal today. But long story short, the Buddha spends many years working extremely hard to free himself from suffering, and he only suffers more. It is not until he simplifies his practice, remembers he has a body, honors his relationships, and touches the earth that he gets free. As Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, the root teacher of Shambhala Buddhism, explains, one of the big steps in the Buddha's development was his realization that there is no reason we should believe in or expect anything greater than the basic inspiration that exists in us already. This basic inspiration is often called Buddha nature. And it's a concept I find easily translates into our Unitarian Universalist theology, which proclaims that all of us possess inherent worth and dignity and are by nature good. Some of you just mouthed good along with me. Good, we're getting it. Okay, we're getting it. Conveniently for us UUs, Chogyam Trungpa refers to the Buddha nature that all of us possess as basic goodness. He writes, if we are willing to take an unbiased look, we will find that, in spite of all of our problems and confusion, there is something basically good about our existence as human beings. It is the basic goodness of being alive. It does not depend on our accomplishments or the fulfillment of our desires. Discovering real goodness, he continues, comes from appreciating very simple experiences. When we see a bright color, we are witnessing our own inherent goodness. When we hear a beautiful sound, we are hearing our own basic goodness. When we step out of the shower and we feel fresh and clean, and when we walk out of a stuffy room, we appreciate the sudden whiff of fresh air. These events may take a fraction of a second, but they are real experiences of goodness. Simply put, basic goodness isn't something difficult. Everyone can do it. In fact, everyone, believe it or not, from time to time, already does it. We just have to remember that we're doing it. In fact, a lot of Buddhist practice comes down to just remembering. There are 5 tenets a Buddhist holds, or is supposed to hold, in the forefront of their mind each day. These 5 are called the 5 remembrances, and they go like this. Number 1, I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. Number 2, I am of the nature to have ill health. There is no way to escape having ill health. Number 3, I am of the nature to die. There is no way to escape death. Number 4, all that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. And number 5, my actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand. a critique I often hear about Buddhism is that it's kind of a pessimistic religion. And sure, I can see how it's kind of a buzzkill. The tenet the whole thing rests upon is life is suffering. But let's go back to number 5, okay? My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand. My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand. Earlier this fall, I met with a small interfaith group of ministers in a church in Portland. We wanted to do something about the fact that the Cumberland County Jail is being used as an ICE detention center. But what? A protest? One of us asked. How about a sit-in? Maybe we write letters to the city commissioners. How about a prayer circle, a worship service, a vigil? Oh, yes, a vigil. Should it just be a one-off vigil? How about a monthly vigil? How about a weekly vigil? Yes, let's do a weekly vigil. For the detainees, for everybody. For everybody? Yes, for everybody there. Yes, and everybody who passes by. Yeah, everybody. What day? What are Mondays? Like, no, I can't do Mondays. What are Thursdays? I can't do Thursdays. What are Wednesdays like? Afternoons? Okay. Anyone know what time the shift change is? I think it's around 2 or 3 p.m. Okay, weekly Wednesday vigil from 2:45 to 3:15? Yeah. Do we want to write down our intentions for the vigil? Yeah. Let me open a doc. Okay. This vigil is an intentional spiritual gathering. We gather as a community to send compassion and pray that hearts and divides of all caught up in this system of injustice are healed. This vigil is not a protest. Political and divisive signs and chants and songs and language are not called for here. We gather to pray for the healing of a hurting system and the people within it, everybody in it during this complex time. All right, that sounds good. Yeah, good work, team. Spread the word? Yeah. Okay, I gotta go to my next meeting. Me too. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm late. Yep, okay. See you next Wednesday. And so, for the past month and a half, a multi-faith gathering of 10 to 30-something people have stood at the entrance of the Cumberland County Jail to bear witness and pray for all caught up in a system of oppression. 2 ministers are there to lead an opening and closing prayer and maybe sing a song or two in between. We bring a banner that reads, County Jail and ICE Detention Center, Multi-Faith Prayer Vigil. We pray for all who pass this way. We pass out signs to anyone who wants to hold one. They say things like, may all be free from suffering, may the divides between us fall away, all are worthy of safety and love, you are not forgotten. It's a simple action. And by nature of its basic inspiration, a longing for love and peace, naturally, it invokes basic goodness. It is also an action that some, stung with the arrows of despair and vengeance and apathy, might say is useless. This past Wednesday, though, as we stood on the ground of our actions, a car pulled up and Reverend Jeff McKellen, chaplain of the jail, stepped out and handed us a manila envelope. It's from some of the folks inside, he said. Thank you so much for being here. They know you're out here. Holding his hands in prayer, he bowed his head, got back in his car, and drove off. Inside the envelope was a collection of letters from the people being detained inside. Doing her best to translate the Spanish that many of the letters were written in, a clergy member read them aloud as we stood there on the ground of our actions. "Hello," the first one began. "I have been here for 9 months. My name is Vivian. I am 18 years old. I only ask for my freedom. My family needs me. I did not finish high school. I had 1 month left when I was taken by ICE. We appreciate your prayers very much. May God continue to bless us all with the strength to ask for our freedom. All the immigrants that are here, our families really need us. Many mothers have children that really need them. We cry for our freedom." The next. "I am Santos. I give thanks to God and to all of you for praying for me and for all of us who are detained here. I have been here for a month. I have a 15-year-old daughter who suffers from convulsions. She only has me. I ask the help of God to give her what she needs. I'm asking that she can get to the hospital for her appointments. Please keep praying. We all need it. Thank you for your prayers. God give you mercy from us. God bless you now and always. Amen." There were many more. My friends, I invite you to take a moment with me now to hold vigil for these people and for all people caught up in this system of violence, all of them possessing inherent worth, dignity, and basic goodness. All we have in life are our actions. They are our only true belongings. And they have consequences. When we are in touch with our basic goodness, our natural attraction to love and peace and aversion to hatred and violence, our actions become goodness in the world and inspire basic goodness in others. These letters are the longing cry of basic goodness. Cries shared because they know someone was there listening. My friends, I'm pretty sure that whatever you felt as you listened as I read these letters was an expression of your basic goodness, too. For once it's enacted and remembered, basic goodness builds upon itself, forming the ground upon which more and more and more of us live. If you would like to continue to enact this goodness, expand this ground, come to the vigil, among other things. I'm one of the leaders this coming Wednesday. We start at 2:45 at the Cumberland County Jail entrance near the intersection of Congress and St. John Street in Portland. After the service today, all of the churches involved in this vigil are writing letters to the detainees in return to those given to us. We've each been assigned a person to write to. Our person was Santos, whose letter I just shared here. You can also write to Vivian and or to anyone being detained. There's a table set up downstairs at coffee hour. As we stood by the jail on Wednesday reading these letters from an 18-year-old and the parent of a 15-year-old, hundreds of Portland high school students were marching to City Hall at the same time, demanding accountability and the safe return of 3 students and their mother abducted by ICE, who are now in a detention center in Texas. The pain of that world is always firing arrows, my friends. The ground of our actions and our basic goodness, though, is ever expanding if we choose to enact it, to remember it. Basic goodness is all around, interconnected and ever present, bridging body and mind. There is no reason we should believe in or expect anything greater than the basic inspiration that exists in us already. It is enough. It's all we need. We have everything we need to get free, to turn arrows to flowers, to live with and surrounded by unintended love, random love, love that should be spread throughout the world, shouted in all ears for free. Don't forget. Remember. Remember. Let it be so. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mahum Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze. And Amen. And we must sing, my friends. We must. Our closing hymn is number 131. Love will guide us. Thank you again, strummers and choir. Please rise in body and spirit. Will you remain risen for our closing benediction? May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings experience profound joy and the causes of profound joy. May all beings know that they are remembered, and may all of us remember to remember one another until we all get free. And will you join me in the words of our unison benediction? For those who come here seeking God, may God go with you. For those who come embracing life, may life return your affection. For those who come to seek a path, may the way be found and the courage to take it step by step. The service begins when the service ends, my friends, step by step.